It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. This one for the right to represent the AFC in Super Bowl 56 in LA. Off we go. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
It's 1st and goal. A chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. Chubb going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Chubb again. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position. Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Off the play fake. Allen. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. It's such a costly interception. Nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that...
Chubb fumbled it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 9, here's 2nd and 9. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play? Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's
got it complete to Stephon Diggs. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 88 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come home with no points is really disappointing. Not just for the guys on offense, for the defensive players too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Check, 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 check. Hey, watch it.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Swings this out for Hunt. And he's got some space here. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there on the catch and run.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns have taken the lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air, Allen. Man open, here is Crowder. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Carson will take the handoff out of the option play. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll buy some time right. Allen hit. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder. And I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this.
And it is cold.
And it is cold. It's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Just like that.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. Mike 5'9",
Here's Watson. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining. As we step aside here in this second quarter. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 6. All day, dog.
From the gun, here's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. Now they return to the ground game, Chubb. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Watson. They'll roll him out right. He's got a man complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
And after all that, they are set up in unbelievable field position. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Melvin Ingram drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 56 in L.A. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the air now with Watson. Got a man here, it's Bryant. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. A big play that time for Cleveland.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Browns continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Allen. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. And they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Allen going to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On first down, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Going deep for Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. As the first half is winding down. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Rolling to his right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. The Browns drive about to get started.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
On 1st and 10, Watson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A give. This is Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 79 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Hunt. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. A carry here for Hunt. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Allen to throw it. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Allen now on first down. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Bills cut into that lead. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for two.
Check the backer, check the backer. Middle. Switch gears. Motion.
It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the two-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their two-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Hunt, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On second down, right back to Hunt. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 34. They'll run with Hunt. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this AFC title game. Watson on first down. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Back to throw, Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll run with Chubb. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter. This possession, gigantic. And got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big gain there for the Bills. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Allen. And that's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Allen. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On play action, Allen. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis there to make the grab. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started.
And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the fourth quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Another nice pick up through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now a 2nd down and 6. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 59 yards on the ground for him now with 4 touchdown runs tacked on. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Hunt. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.